We got to concentrate for this one. Let's see if this group of Bruins can do it.
By the way, maybe the most important stat is Doug Mann, our statistician, gave it to me. Oregon 1-4 while wearing their black uniforms this year. So we'll see if they can overcome that. Both teams will play zone, and that's going to be a big key offensively how they attack each other. They're different zones too.
Which is a change, being both teams went to zone midway through the year.
A very pressurized zone for Oregon. They will not let you get set up. The key will be if UCLA can get it somehow to the high post. Here's Abdul Hamid.
Both teams went to those zones because they couldn't keep people in front, really struggling guarding the dribble, and both teams are playing better since they've gone to the zone, particularly UCLA in that packed-in 2-3 that they play.
Malcolm Lee kind of forced into that point guard role this year. Dragovich, as Patrick said, fell in warm-ups, is favoring that left shoulder. Didn't really go after that one hard at all, but he gets the garbage play to Malcolm Lee over to Roll, who was 1 for 6 the other night.
Oregon State did a good job on him the other night, limiting his touches.
Stolen away Honeycutt, so that's steal number 1 for Tyler Honeycutt. Long lead pass and out of bounds as Malcolm Lee can't catch up. It is a very special day. Coach John Wooden, his first appearance here at Pauley Pavilion this year. He was down at Honda Center earlier during the Wooden Classic, but he is here today to add to Senior Day.
Add to Senior Day, and they're honoring the 1970 National Championship team for UCLA. He was obviously the coach of that team, but great to see Coach Wooden out here this afternoon.
And we'll talk about that 70 team, the Wicks, Rose, Steve Patterson, John Vallely, Henry Bibby team, beating Jacksonville and Artis Gilmore in the NCAA final. The first year without Lou Alcindor.
With that roster, I'm surprised they won a national championship.
At the time, everybody thought so because Kareem wasn't there. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Sidney Wicks, by the way, on that team being inducted into the College Basketball Hall of Fame also. So congratulations to him. Great former Bruin.
Big day to be a Bruin here at Pauley Pavilion. First and foremost, they want to get a win. Their goal is to move up to 3rd in the conference before Staples Center. Here's Honeycutt. Now to Malcolm Lee as we settle in. No score 2 minutes in.
Again, that emotion. You got to settle yourself down and concentrate on what you're doing. Even for the other players, the non-seniors, you know, they probably start thinking about this being the last game of the season here with those seniors. And so you got to settle in, settle down, and execute your offense.
Honeycutt out to Michael Roll. More games than anyone in UCLA history.
That's what happens when you go to 3 Final Fours, an extra 6 games a year, right?
And a lot of great memories. Rebound taken by TP. Tajuan Porter out of Detroit, all of 5'7", has a chance to become the all-time three-point shooter in Pac-10 history. 16 away from them. Outside, no. Rebound, Honeycutt.
I mean, without Reeves Nelson, Honeycutt has just stepped up. We saw in the open that the 10 rebounds. But the block shots was what really jumped off the page on Thursday night. 5 of them.
Both teams still pitching a shutout until the redshirt junior, who is calling it a UCLA career this year, Abdul Hamid knocks down the 3.
And who can forget his biggest contribution, that game winner at the buzzer against Washington here a few weeks ago.
Tajuan Porter. He had 16 Thursday against the Trojans. Before that, D-Mac, he had 5 consecutive single-digit games, so he just wasn't getting the good looks.
Oregon and Coach Ernie Kent have messed with their lineup all year. Haven't seemed to get any congruity with different lineups. They have 11 guys, Billy, that average 17 minutes a game or more.
Underneath. Longmire just threw it up, hoping to get fouled. Rebound missed underneath by Jeremy Jacob, but the Ducks have it again. Roll put in the popcorn machine for Tajuan Porter.
He only needs 15 now for the all-time career 3-point lead in Pac-10 history. But, you know, that's what he does. He can change the game. If you're not cognizant of where he is, he can change the complexion of the game in a hurry.
Count it, and the foul, and free throw time for Michael Roll.
You know Mike Roll wants to finish this thing the right way here. He got the biggest ovation of all the seniors, and deservedly so. To swing it to the other side, Longmire gets a piece of him. Concentration of Roll to be able to knock that down, and he's done that his entire career. What's different about Roll this year, he's added more to it. He's not just catch and shoot. He can show it, put it down. He's gotten to the foul line more this year, and he leads UCLA in scoring.
That's a big 4-point play. Foul was on Longmire, first personal, first team foul. Jeremy Anderson is in the game for UCLA. There's a pass under, put up and in over Dragovich, and scoring is Jeremy Jacob, the sophomore from Baton Rouge. He and Malcolm Armstead, of course, came over as a package deal, and they certainly have some wonderful chemistry for the Ducks.
It's interesting, a smaller group for UCLA starting. Oregon not starting Mike Dunnigan. I talked about all the different lineups Coach Ernie Kent's played. I was a little surprised that he didn't get into the starting lineup just to take advantage of how small UCLA is going.
Yeah, Dunnigan only played a dozen minutes the other night against SC when they went small. They're going small again, and Porter is coming out firing. He's got 8 points and 2 threes. So what? Yes. 14 away now from the record.
Speaking of going small, Tajuan Porter, but again, unlimited range. You have to find him in transition and in the half court.
Armstead will play a ton of minutes. You mentioned how 11 guys get time. Here's Honeycutt. That's not going to get there. Dragovich, who's impaired but going. We'll see a little bit of Brendan Lane, too. In fact, he's going to come in when it's dead. He missed Thursday because of an ankle sprain.
Sprained his ankle the last play of the practice on Tuesday.
Bounces. New Porter wanted to put it up. Pretty good defense that time by Lee. Kick it out. Good ball game on perimeter by the Ducks.
Oregon looks pretty sharp here offensively. They're into it. They haven't made a lot of shots except for Porter, but they look like their intensity level, the effort's there.
Yeah, I agree. Ton of energy.
UCLA's got to match it.
10-7 Ducks in the early going. Michael Roll, as mentioned, he was just 1 for 6 on Thursday. The first time they met, though, he was 5 for 9 from beyond the arc. And Oregon, before the other night, was the dead last in covering three-point field goals in the conference. Now we got a whistle, and we'll take a break. 14-20 remaining in the first half. Bruins down 10-7 after that foul by Honeycutt. We'll see you in a minute.